right, y'all. Well, I don't know what to say. This team has been absolutely embarrassing to start the season. I projected them 10 wins, and through the first 7, we should have had at least 5 wins. And I'm not saying this bluntly. I'm not throwing it around. I don't want to make excuses. I just want to dive into how embarrassing this season has been and how close it is. Because we have a point differential of 1. A team has scored 1 more point than we have all season. It's a 1-point differential. That is how close this is. And that is why it's so frustrating hopping on every single game and to lose the exact same way 5 times straight, basically. With complete control, ball in our hands, or backs against the wall needing a stop, we can't do it. The fourth quarter, we can't close. For whatever reason, I'm not sure. But getting outscored 14-3 in the fourth quarter against the Packers yesterday, I just knew when the ball was in our hands with time left that we were going to lose it. I knew we were going to lose it. It's been the same thing for 5 games straight. People love to point blame at certain individuals, but like no matter what it is, it comes down to the same thing. We're not a good team in the fourth quarter. We can't close. That is a huge problem. I've been saying there are bigger concerns than quarterback play. Jacoby Brissett has done things that Kyler Murray can't do. Kyler Murray does things Jacoby Brissett can't do. But behind this offensive line and with Jonah Williams as your starting right tackle, giving up 3 sacks to Micah Parsons, who has never had a 3-sack game in his career, by the way. And he even said, this is the first time a team has let me actually rush the passer 101. Listen to it.
Statistically, your first hat trick.
Yeah, I don't think it's my best pass rush game. I just think this is the first time they allowed me to rush this year. I mean, if you look at the looks I've been getting, Dolph, double tight ends, chips, full slides.
You surprised how many one-on-ones you got today?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I got windows. I tell coach all the time, if I got a one-on-one, I like myself 8 out of 10 times.
At what point do you realize during the game, okay, they're blocking me this way? It's not what you expect.
I think it was me and Paris, and I was like, oh, they want to see me, see if they got a guy. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's levels to this game, and if I get the same looks as some of these other guys, this is the result. I think looking across the league, usually guys like me don't get those type of looks. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a rarity. And there's levels to this. So if I get those type of looks, I can do those same results as those other guys.
Hearing that and knowing that I've been calling for Drew Petzing's name for so long and people being like, oh, well, Jacoby Brissett's balling out. It's probably not Drew Petzing. Drew Petzing has a lot of fault in this offense and why it's not successful. This is the first time I think we've had 4-yard per carry rushers in so long. And Michael Carter played terrible. Bam Knight was the only guy who's been able to crack that in forever. Trey Benson was the only guy. James Conner couldn't do it. Guess who else couldn't do it? Michael Carter couldn't do it. And he's getting a bunch of carries. He got 7 last game for like 11 yards. What are we doing? The run game systematically broken. It's not functioning. Like, we cannot get a run game going. That is what we built this philosophy on. Now Jacoby Brissett has no choice but to rip it behind this terrible offensive line. And Micah Parsons alone had 10 pressures and 3 sacks. Are we joking? He could have had 4 if it wasn't for a hip drop tackle. Like, he is wrecking the game. Even beat Paris. But Jonah Williams was giving up pressure after pressure after pressure. And Jacoby Brissett's not able to escape out of the pocket. Jacoby Brissett is a little more statue. He's going to stand in there, make throws, take hits. But, oh my lord, if you're giving up pressures from everywhere, poor guy. Jacoby Brissett was balling, in my opinion, had a couple missed throws on key plays. That did happen. Jacoby Brissett has faults in his game as well. He didn't play a perfect game, but he played pretty well for the offensive line he's given. And that's what I'm saying. No matter who the quarterback has been, there's bigger, deeper core issues that people fail to realize. It's bigger than Kyler Murray. And whether you guys want Jonathan Gannon, Monty Ossenfort, Drew Petzing gone, I think you should just get rid of Drew Petzing and run it back. I think we're perfectly fine. Keep building through the draft, but that's not how it's going to go. Either Kyler's getting traded, and depending on how many wins, depends on where this franchise goes. I think Monty Ossenfort is safe. Jonathan Gannon, definitely not safe. If this team walks away with 5 wins, there's a very real world he is out of here. And Kyler Murray might get traded in the offseason. Like, there are legit things that might happen. And I'm not against trading Kyler Murray because it's been 7 years. That is the point-blank reality. I don't think he's the problem. I think he is a winning quarterback in this league. And at the bare minimum, he is top 15. So you can win with him. But with that offensive line and you don't give him time, he's getting killed. I think we've seen once he has time, he can play within that structure. Obviously, if there's pressure, he's going to want to escape. And sometimes you want Kyler Murray to just take shots. You want him to just sit in the pocket and get clapped by these defensive linemen. Sometimes you got to make those throws. I 100% agree. But at the same time, do you want to put your health on the line, play in and play out as a 5'10 quarterback? And those are the limitations you have. That is very realistic. But at the same time, it's just stupid sometimes. It really is just stupid. Sometimes you need to escape and get out of there. Jacoby Brissett was getting clobbered all game. And he, for the past 2 games, has been grimacing. If Jacoby Brissett has a little more time, we probably win this game. That's just the reality. And this is from a guy on Instagram, AZ Cardinals Kingdom, I believe. I'll put his Instagram up here. We're going to go through the slideshow because it recaps the season perfectly. So we're going to go ahead and dive into this. This is how embarrassing it's been. Let's go over this because it just perfectly encaptures the Cardinals season. The Cardinals tied the 2017 49ers for the smallest point differential, and this was 2017, so this is pretty recent, of 13 points over a 5-game losing streak. We've lost 5 games with a 13-point differential, and like I said, we've only had 1 point scored against us compared to points for. So this Cardinals team, just historically bad. Also, these are the injuries we're dealing with. How do you look at this and genuinely, just tell me that you can't use this as an excuse? The only thing that I can combat this with is the 49ers are completely banged up, and they're winning games when you know Christian McCaffrey is that entire offense. Mac Jones has come in here, played some great ball. I believe he's 4-1 as a starter this season. He's done fantastic things. This is insane. Evan Brown has played, Will Hernandez has played, but all of these guys at one point in time have been injured or currently are injured or on IR, as you guys see. Just insane. How? You have Kyler Murray, James Conner, Trey Benson, Amari. Those are your 3 freaking starting running backs, and 2 of them are currently on IR. Marvin Harrison Jr. had a concussion. Max Melton had a hamstring injury, probably still lingering. Garrett Williams on IR, starting slot, one of the best in the league. What are we doing here? Absolutely insane. Just all these names, it's crazy. I don't understand, whether that's training staff, whatever it is, insane. Also, a Cardinals cornerback has yet to get an interception. Will Johnson was robbed in week 1, but outside of that, not many opportunities. Buddha had an opportunity, I believe, against the Colts where he stepped in front of a pick, but the corners, they just can't get it done. Safeties are making plays. Corners, not really. And I think Max Melton has played great. I think Will Johnson has played great, obviously. Garrett Williams is obviously not playing, but a lot of this is soft zone and kind of just letting them take the yards and then holding them to field goals. That's kind of what it is. We're not really playing aggressive. We play aggressive at times. We cause turnovers, like the Panthers game, for example. We had all pedal to the floor, and then we just let go. I don't understand why that's a thing. That's a Nick Rallis issue, point blank period. Also, the Cardinals became the first team in NFL history. This drives me nuts. Watching this and seeing the screenshot pissed me off. Became the first team in NFL history to lose 3 straight games after leading by 7+ points in the 4th quarter. This team has been disastrous in the 4th quarter. I'm getting rid of this screenshot for a second. I don't think you guys understand how insane of a stat that is. We've controlled the destiny of every single game. Either our back is against the wall and we need to stop, or the ball is in our hands. Trey McBride got held against the Colts, didn't get called. Then we lose 3 straight games off of game-winning field goals. The Saints game, if Juwan Johnson comes down with that, we might go to overtime, or they go to 2 and they win the game. The Panthers, I don't even know how they came back. Super stressful. Shouldn't have been in that position. Cardinals offense didn't touch the ball. Defense was letting the Panthers come back, and they tried their best. Those teams, Panthers, are actually a lot better than I expected. But the Saints are the Saints. They are 1-6. They're terrible. And we let them almost come back. Crazy. And then the 49ers, game-winning field goal. Seattle, game-winning field goal. Offense couldn't click till the 4th quarter. Tennessee, that was probably just the most disastrous game I think I've ever witnessed in NFL history. And that's not an understatement. How many times does your freaking running back drop the ball before the goal line, your head coach get into an altercation, then get fined $100,000 for it? And at the same time, how many times do you get an interception that ends up being a fumble off no contact to a touchdown? Does that happen? No, it doesn't. You know who it happens to? The Cardinals. I don't know why. I don't know if we just need to relocate because this team is so sorry. Something's got to change, and I'm so sick of it. I don't get it. We can keep going over the screenshots. Cardinals running back 1, 2, and 3 have basically missed time, but 2 of them are on IR, and that's Trey Benson and James Conner. So here we are. Bam Knight. You guys know I love me some Bam Knight, but I would love to have James Conner and Trey Benson fully healthy. Amari is good in spurts. Great pass protector. He does some things that are really well. He made some stupid plays this season, but he's pretty solid. He's made boneheaded plays, actually. It's cost us 2 games, technically. You guys know what I feel about that. But, like, it would be nice to have him. You know, it'd be nice to have him and not have him banged up. And it's been terrible for the Cardinals, just to be point blank honest. Kyler Murray, by the way, still the team's leading rusher, and he has missed 2 games so far, 173 yards through 5 games, just because we're super banged up. Can't get the run game going. Drew Petzing, shout out to him, man. And then, obviously, Amari, man. 49ers drop, Tennessee Titans game. Like, you've just had yourself a heck of a season, pal. Just an absolutely ridiculous year. But this season has been awful, and like I said, if we can't get to 7 to 8 wins, change is going to happen. And even if we get there, change is probably still going to happen, whether that is Kyler Murray being traded. And we got to face the reality right here. It's been 7 years. This regime is fighting for their life. To be given another opportunity, someone's got to be the scapegoat. That might be Kyler. Do I think that's the right decision? Probably not. I say we build the trenches, get him an offensive line, and potentially go sign a wide receiver or go ahead and draft a wide receiver. But clearly, right tackle needs help. We need left guard help. We need right guard help. We just need help in general. Foho and Paris Johnson are the 2 guys you're comfortable on that offensive line. Everybody else can go. Evan Brown, I thought, was going to have a decent year. A lot of holding calls, has not played his best ball. Will Hernandez coming back from injury. I think he could be somebody you could rock with, but coming off an ACL, he's got to get back to Will Hernandez football. I think he'll get there. It's going to take some time, but Jonah Williams and Evan Brown are just not going to cut it for the long term, and that's just how it is. You have Trey McBride, Marvin Harrison Jr., Kyler Murray. I think you're good there. Trey Benson is a running back. I think you're good there as well. Is James Conner going to come back? I don't know. We're going to have to see what he does, but great for the culture, great for the locker room. But this team could be completely different, and I think Jonathan Gannon, Drew Petzing, or Nick Rallis might go take head coaching jobs. I don't know. We'll see. This team is going to be completely different if we collapse. And 2-5, very difficult to come back. I think the last team to come back from 2-5 and make the playoffs was the 2023 Packers. Are we going to replicate that? I don't know. It's going to start with a 3-game win streak, and that's against the Dallas Cowboys, which I'm not feeling too fantastic with, but we'll see how that kind of plays out. But we have to come out strong after the bye with Kyler Murray coming back. If we don't, and we really fall right here, the season is genuinely over. All the optimism can be thrown out the window. Like right now, there is a glimmering chance, and it is very minuscule, but there is a chance that we can make the playoffs. It starts with a 3-game win streak to get back to even, but if we can't do that and we lose any of these next 3, all faith and optimism is out of the window. There's no BS, no optimism, and right now the season could be over as it stands. That's just having optimism, and I don't have that with this team because we can't close games. We can't finish. We can't do the things we're supposed to do. That's a coaching issue. It's a talent issue. Obviously, injuries play a factor, but you have to close it. You're playing teams very close. Some of the best teams in the NFL, the Green Bay Packers, Indianapolis Colts. We've done that with the backup quarterback and all these injuries. You can play good football for 3 quarters. You should be able to close. Point blank, period. We went conservative in that fourth quarter. Or we didn't go conservative in that fourth quarter for the first time in forever. Drew Petzing actually went for it on like 4th and a yard and a half, and we're running a QB sneak. Like, it's just these dumb decisions. I say put the ball in Jacoby Brissett's hands and let him deal. He's looked pretty good. You got this guy named Trey McBride, short yardage situation, and clearly he's eating. He had 10 receptions. Try to find him. If not, other things are open. Jacoby Brissett, I kind of trust him too. It's just like Kyler. Put the ball in your best playmaker's hands at that point and try to find the guys you're paying the big bucks to. Guess who's not getting paid the big bucks? Jacoby Brissett on a QB sneak behind this terrible offensive line. Just great decision to go for it. Terrible execution and play calling. Drew Petzing, that's on you. Allowing Micah Parsons to go one-on-one with Jonah Williams, that's on you. Just terrible scheme, terrible everything. And everybody needs to be held accountable. It's not just a Kyler Murray issue. It's easy to scapegoat him, but we really got to open our eyes, guys. Like, we have to open our eyes. I don't understand it, but this team has been incredibly disappointing so far. The season could be going completely different. And we can just harp on that over and over. But we're sitting at a record of 2-5. Nothing matters but wins and losses. So with that being said, that is going to wrap it up. You guys vent to me down in the comment section below. Kind of just wanted to pour it on. Saw that post. Perfect encapulation. I don't even know the word for that. Just perfect collection of how this season has gone. It just encaptures what I was looking for. And that is basically going to wrap it up. So you guys drop your comments. Go ahead and follow him on Instagram as well. But with that being said, that is going to wrap it up. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, we're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Post Arizona Cardinals NFL content over here. You're a fan of either of those, perfect channel for you. But with that being said, that is going to wrap it up. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. It's been your boy Mythic. Peace out.